Sometimes we get in a season where we get too comfortable. I'm talking about too comfortable. When God wants you to be moved by something, He'll make the situation become uncomfortable. It is important that you listen. It is important that you understand the assignment, because this right here, girl, it's about to get real uncomfortable. Literally, when I tell y'all I do not know where to start, I genuinely just don't know where to start. I'ma just try to make this video as positive as I can, because I genuinely am still living through it. And I know sometimes we say things too prematurely because of what we're still going through and the emotions and all that other stuff. But I feel like I'm in a place where I can speak on it, but also understand that this is my story and this is what I choose to share about my life. There's people in my life, or people in general, that don't want you to share your testimony because it involves them, and it involves them being a villain in your story. And for the longest, I used to try to downplay it, and for the longest I was protecting people's images and their character because of who they were to me and things like that. But honestly, I just do not care anymore. Like, it's getting to the point where I know my calling is so much bigger, and sometimes you have to share these things just so you can get off your chest. And this is my testimony. But I strongly feel like when you are aligned with God and I can't say that I have been perfect. I have my wrongs. I have said things. I've done things. I'm not a perfect individual. I have come to agreement with that. Okay. However, when you are on the right pathway, my podcast, you're pushing out positivity, you're trying to be more on track with God. Yes, you may have your temptations. Yes, you may have your flaws. Yes, you may have your things that you still do, but you're still trying to get it together, because meanwhile, there's people that aren't trying to get it together, if you see what I'm saying. When you're going on that route, the devil will send so many distractions. Not only did the devil send so many distractions and attacks, I played a role in feeding into some of them. But however, I feel like when he cannot get you off your pedestal for real, he'll throw something even harder at you. And then sometimes God will allow it so it can move you to where he wants you to be. You get too comfortable in the things that becomes your everyday routine. I felt like I was getting too comfortable in my process where I was at. Okay, we're not even gonna throw out any things. If you guys know, then you know. If you don't, go back, watch previous videos of like just my journey of where I was currently at, where I was living. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I felt like I was getting too comfortable, yet I was still doing what I was told to do, and I was doing the things, but I was getting comfortable. And not only that, God didn't want me to be there for too long. And sometimes things really bad will happen to move you out that comfortability. So with that being said, we no longer live in that environment no more. We no longer live there anymore. We are currently staying at a hotel. We have been here since Sunday. It is now Thursday. We are supposed to check out tomorrow. However, we may prolong it a couple more days just so we can get stuff aligned, right? We're trying to find us a place. Okay, kind of necessary, because not only did things occur and there was a disagreement amongst me and that person, I got my closure. And for years, y'all. And once it's not so fresh, I'll talk more in detail probably on the podcast. But for years, I have been needing that closure from that individual of just my life, the things I've went through, or just accepting the things that just happened to me as a child and stuff like that. And I needed that closure. Since I was, I don't know, since I was little, I really have love from this individual and this, this bond. And this bond is something that I've craved, and I craved so long, and I tried so hard to make amends with this person and also make it right and also try to fix what's broken. But it has been people in my life that have told me that you just need to leave it alone. And I ignored it. And I don't know, back then I looked at it as God wanted me to hear these things, but I wasn't listening to these things. That's how I view it now. But back then I felt like, oh, well, this individual don't know what they're talking about. Sometimes it comes off as that because we don't want to listen. But I have longed for this relationship with this individual, and I realized I have to wash my hands, because not only am I setting myself back, I felt like I was setting myself back to get that. And now, of course, not everything is on that individual. Some things are just solely just my faults or my doing or whatever the case may be. But there was a part of it that I felt like, because I kept wanting to have that relationship, it was pushing me further back, and it wasn't doing any good. And granted, my mental health was the best. Like, I was just shining, I'm glowing. Like, I'm to this right now, I'm not sad, I'm not depressed. Even though the situation is kind of like screwed up, I'm not sad. I'm not. And I know that's what the devil wants me to be, because if you guys, I'm not going to get into detail like I said, but if you only knew what all occurred and all the emotions, the lashing out, the anger, the yelling, the disagreement, you will understand how the devil tried to use the words of an individual to really make me like hate them almost, because of the things that was said. It was so deep, certain things that cut so deep. The old me would have had really just took it to a whole nother extent. However, I realized that some people would say things to try to hurt you, and it may not even be them fully, but because some people are miserable, some people are depressed, some people are sad, those spirits have controlled them to say certain things to make you feel that way. And I realized, you know what? I'm not going to allow somebody's words to hurt me from trauma that happened to me as a kid. I have forgave that person. I forgave that person because of my own sanity. I learned that you have to just move on. But I fully washed my hands with that individual, because I feel like I'm not getting nowhere. I've been trying dang near my whole life. I'm not getting anywhere in that relationship. And it's fine. It's fine. I have really washed my hands with it, and it's fine. When that happened that day, me and my kids packed up and we went to a hotel, and that's where we're at right now. And I feel like for the first couple of days, it was just like I'm living in it. Now it's more so like, what's next? Because sometimes we get too comfortable with other people helping that we forget that God is the real source. Like, I was preaching to y'all about how you can put your all into a man, depending on a man, but it go deeper than just a man. Sometimes it's friends, sometimes it's family. And you gotta understand that you can idolize friendships and family over God as well. And I feel like when God told me just to leave it alone, you needed to leave it alone. But because I idolized this person and wanted this person acceptance, that's almost like they're God to you. And I had to realize, like, I'm idolizing this person. I'm idolizing something that God already said is not there. And it woke me up to realize that this is my life. I have 4 kids. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to succeed in. In order for me to succeed in, I have to focus on me. So I don't care how far I gotta move, whatever, this is my journey. I'm no longer walking with family anymore, which sucks to say, but I'm no longer walking with family anymore. It is what it is, and this is my life. I don't know, it's just something with the Black community, with the relationships between a daughter. If you see what I'm trying to get, the mother and daughter thing it's very sad and it's unfortunate. And not all households are like that, but a good majority of households are built off of that, and that's sad. But I really do feel like this is my stepping stone to get ahead. Like, this is just me really putting my all into God. And I feel like when you pour out your heart and you really start gravitating to the right direction, things just happen. And I'm learning to let go, and I don't want to be around anyone that brings out or trigger me to bring up my childhood trauma. I just cannot. Like, I don't even think about my childhood trauma unless I'm on the podcast just trying to educate and teach women, and just bringing awareness to things. But if I'm bringing it up through an argument and you're taking me to that place where you're triggering me to say things or triggering me to lash out, like you want a negative reaction out of me, I can't be around you. I can't, because I know how my anger can get. I know how deep my words can cut when someone makes me feel a certain type of way. When you start bringing up things, I cannot. I wash my hands with it, and I can't really dwell on it, but I do want to give y'all a little update because this is my life right now. And I feel like this is something that we need to shed light on the reality of things. And it is what it is. Now, words of advice. If I can give y'all any advice, okay, listen to me. When you feel like everything is being ripped from you and you feel like you have reached your breaking point, I'm telling you, it's either God is trying to get your attention and it's time to, or it's about to be a breakthrough. And sometimes it's both. And usually it's both. Once he gets your attention and you get to, okay, I hear you, and you listen, there's a breakthrough. Sometimes I'm not in tune with my emotions, so I can come off as I'm going to figure it out. Like, I have this I'm going to figure it out mindset to the point where I have no time to stress about it. I have no time to dwell in my emotions. But when I really think about it, sometimes that's a good thing because I don't have time to dwell and be sad. That is really God over here giving me the light to be able to move forward and not be sad. Like, most times people that are not in tune with just God, this would have broke them. This would really have broke them. And I thank God for allowing me to be in that mindset to just keep going, to really keep going. Like, the days being here hasn't been so bad. Like, it hasn't been bad at all. But I just feel like the average person be like, oh my goodness, now I'm stressing. What's next? What's next? What's next? But I know God fully has his hands wrapped around me and my babies. And I know for a fact that this is about to really turn to a good testimony, and it's going to be such a blessing. Such a blessing is going to come out of this. I know that God is going to do it, but do not get discouraged if you feel like everything is taken from you. Like, right now, I just feel like I got this. God got me. But if you feel like everything just falling, God is trying to get your attention. It's up to you to pay attention and lock in. If you worry about all the bad, if you sit there and dwell on all of what if, what could have, what should have happened, all this, you're going to miss your blessing. You're going to miss your mark. You're going to miss what he's trying to really tell you. You're going to miss what God is really trying to tell you if you're going to keep dwelling on things. Don't take time to dwell. Sometimes you got to keep going. Sometimes it is what it is. You got your closure from whatever it was, and you got to keep going. If you're going through anything, let it be an eviction, a breakup, a disappointment, a job, losing a job. Sometimes, and majority of the times, it's protection. God saw ahead and he realized he was trying to, and you realize he was trying to protect you from, because you know, when you think about it, we make our own decisions. We make our own choices. It's all up to us. So if we was to stay in something that was going to eventually break us, God will let you make up your mind if you want to leave that situation. So if you was to stay in it and God was showing you where you should have left, and then you're like, dang, this is too much, you know? Now, because I left on my timing and realized like it's time to go, God was trying to protect me from something. Gotta let it go, girl. But that was a mouthful. I know I really went on a whole rant. But I truly want y'all to understand that this next chapter, and it's not even a next chapter. I need to stop calling it next chapter. I need to stop calling it next chapter. I literally said this is the rebrand. What good of enough rebrand is literally moving. You know, like this is really the rebrand, girl. Like for real, for real. God said, okay, you want to go on a little rebrand? Let me show you something. Let me take you on a rebrand, okay? And literally change my whole living situation. So literally this is the rebrand, and I stand 10 toes. I told y'all this is the rebrand, and this is what it is. You want to live this rebrand, you got to go through this rebrand. You got to go through this process. You got to go through these obstacles, and that's okay. Because this is the rebrand, it's only up from here. It's only up from here. Can't nobody put me back to where I started from. It's only up. I can't go back. And for anybody that thought this was going to set me back, it didn't. Hey, it didn't. For anybody that thought that this was gonna set me back, it didn't, baby. This is literally the rebrand. I told y'all this. How many times I gotta tell y'all this? This is the rebrand. And I'm still smiling, I'm still glowing, and I'm so happy that I'm able to even live this moment in happiness through it all. Literally. Now, like I told y'all before, this the rebrand.
Centennial man with the city on slam. She get trippy off Zans, lost 21 grams, and she did it on cam. Wasn't no video dance, make my own rules. I really don't pick, I just choose. I don't set this, I just shoot. Shopping is cool, I told her it's BYOB. That mean buy your own boobs. Put it on God, he the one to put me on top. Can't be put in a box, gotta move on the op. Never got the move on the drop. Niggas tryna move on the sky and we move that deep. Tryna run down shit steep. Gotta act the fool, squad next city, no sleep. Back to the 713. Spent 10 hours on this flight, man. Told the pilot ain't no flight plans. Can't believe whatever I'm saying, and they know whenever I land. Yeah.
I thought we was gonna be done, but come to find out we're not. I just got good news. It's 10:34 p.m. and I'm about to sign my lease to my new place. I'm about to sign my lease to my new place. And this is right after I just gave y'all this testimony and what I tell y'all. And I want to make this clear that don't let anybody deter you away from where you're supposed to be headed, because I feel like there's people like trying to get in my ear of just not doing the right thing, choosing the right choice. But when God tells you something, you do it. Don't listen to people, you do it. And don't let nobody negative input or opinion about something direct you. So we are about to, it is 10:30 at night. I am going to be packing up, getting stuff back into bags and suitcases. And we about to start packing to go to our new crib.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This one I better do the job, me, I no get time, Dada cover my face, calling me da. Biggie man, we do big, yeah, what's it gonna be? G-Wagon, all depending. They get them, ride the whip. I know feet, die for nothing. What's it gonna be? G-Wagon, all depending. They get them, ride the whip. I know feet, die for nothing. Make you no say anything when you do, they must commend it. So anything when they do, or they try to do, I'm plenty survive with the face, just to make sure money day. But my people then go say I know.
Hey look, so we just made it to the units and I'm about to give y'all a quick little empty apartment tour. Bear with me. I'm just gonna show y'all roughly because it's not really a lot to see, but it's mine. It's me and my kids.
What's it gonna G-Wagon, all depends. They get it, ride the wind. I know we different things then happening, schemes and packaging. In a one night for shows, I'm traveling. Over the ocean, port I'm paddling. Sharashina fella, that's my bro, my family.
So I kind of wanted to close out this video because I know that this video is long, drawn out, and I kind of want to start my moving series. Okay, so with that being said, y'all obviously see a lot has been going on. Y'all saw me from a hotel giving a venting session about what's been going on. Then I move into my new place. I started unloading stuff. Y'all, like, I unloaded so much yesterday to the point where I ain't record nothing. I was just in grind, deep clean mode, trying to get things together. Literally, like, that's literally that what's going on the whole time. So I'm going to be doing a moving series, and instead of like doing the typical unpacking and all that extra stuff, I want to do a decorating series. So coming shortly, it may not be as soon as y'all think, but coming shortly, I will be doing like a decorating my new place. And we're gonna go room by room. I wasn't planning on moving until like months out, and I didn't want to say anything until it actually happens. So by the time you guys see this, obviously I'm obviously in the place, and it's probably been about a week since I've been there. I was posting pre-recorded videos, and those videos were like, I've been out that house. So I'm no longer there anymore. I got my own spot somewhere ducked off, and I really do love it. I'm going to cherish this place, and I'm going to make it home. That's one thing for sure, and one thing for certain. Ever get to a point where you feel like everything is just falling down, crashing out, nothing's going right? Sometimes God is trying to get your attention because you have gotten comfortable in a situation He wants you no longer to be comfortable in. And I want you to also pay attention to when you do, okay? When you do finally get ahead and you finally realize where God was trying to tell you, and He starts blessing you, to never forget, okay? Sometimes we got to stand on what we talk about, stand on what we do, and stand on our decision making. But yeah, y'all, I'm so freaking excited for this new chapter. I can't wait to show y'all. It's a new beginnings, and yeah, y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all in my next video, and I catch y'all in another vlog.